What is up, guys? How's everyone doing tonight? Looks like we got Jacob, Rickety, and Bucks in the house. Happy Thursday evening. Almost time for some good football. Some good football on Thursday night. I wonder if any of our 49ers or Seattle Seahawks fans are going to be in here doing a little trash talking. We'll get to all the questions in just a second. But yeah, hopefully people watch the Start and Sid video early. And yeah, let me know if you have any thoughts. I got a lot of pushback because I told people, well, I had AJ Brown on my sits, and some people were not very happy about that. But Benjamin's in here too. Hey, what's up, my man? Can't wait for this game. It should be a really good game. Who do you guys all have? Cardinals or Seahawks? Type it in the chat. Davis, what's up, my man? How you doing? I think it's gonna be a really fun game. You know, the whole Murray versus Wilson is gonna be great. Cards. Damn, everyone's got cards. Hawks, there you go. I was gonna say, man, if everyone was gonna say cards, then our good friend Burke might not be very happy. Rush revenge game, nice. All right, let's get to some questions. David says he's been playing like absolutely, yeah. Could be, right? I believe in it. All right, so let's get to all the questions. So Rickety has a few on his list that he queued up, so thank you for that, Rickety. That's always great. Well, this is a good trade. Pretty desperate at RB, because of Swift concussion, so he gave away AJ Brown and James Conner into Gallman. I'm honestly, Rickety, I'm not a huge fan of that. Gallman may only be useful for a few more, like another few weeks. And Conner is, in my opinion, a way better back than Gallman, so I think you would have been fine with just Conner there. I understand you may have not needed AJ Brown, but even Conner for Gallman straight up, I think, you know, if it was me, I would have given Conner for Gallman plus somebody. We'll see. You never know what happens, but I think you gave a little bit more than you probably needed to for Gallman. Oh, sorry, you gave AJ Brown and got Conner. Oh, gotcha, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, I know we talk a lot, and if you would have given away AJ Brown and Conner for him, sorry, yeah, I misread that. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. I think it's fine. I think AJ Brown has a really bad matchup this week and next week, which makes me sort of put him in the sit category. You got Conner and Gallman, and I think that's great. Also, you said, who do I start full PPR, Goddard or Fant? I like Goddard a little bit more because we don't know if Drew Lock's gonna be playing, and I like Cam more. He's my start of the week. Buck says, I really know Joe Mix to come back. Are my RBs? Yeah, I do too. My league that I'm really desperate in, I have him, and I really need him to come back soon. Ben says, how do you think Murray and Edmonds are gonna do for me? I think Murray's gonna do fine. The Seattle Seahawks have a really bad defense, obviously, especially passing. So I think he's actually gonna have a really good game. I'm not as high as on Edmonds because Drake is back. What we've seen with Edmonds when Drake is around is that he's sort of like, like he will randomly get a touchdown here or there in some games. But otherwise, he's not gonna be the main back. He'll still get touches and still have value. So it's all about how they use him. David says, do you think CH sits this weekend? I dropped P. Ryan and Scoot Bell, hoping for the do not play was more serious than just did not practice. Yep. I don't know. So it sounds like he's downgraded to a questionable right now, right? I don't know what the latest is on him. Let's see if we have any news on him. But I know his playing status is up in jeopardy. It sounds like it's just an illness. Do we know? I don't know if it's COVID related or not, right? Because if it's COVID related, he might have some issues with it. So,
like everybody else, like you.
Unfortunately, I think we need to wait and see maybe what comes out of the Chiefs camp tomorrow. But it's tough to say right now. It's really tough to say without knowing if it's just literally like, hey, he had a cold and like doesn't feel good and wants to rest, or what. But yeah, Bell could be a very good pickup this week. That's not a bad thing. Chat, if you guys are desperate and are waiting for Sunday, might not be bad to pick up Le'Veon Bell here, just in case Clyde doesn't play. Good call there, Davis. And thoughts on Bell if CEH does sit. He should be the leading back, right? Unless there's something that we don't know. He should be the lead back. They're playing against the Raiders, who really gave them a run for their money last time around. So yeah. Browns fan says choose 3: Boyd, Woods, DJ Moore, AJ Brown, Godwin. Oh, a couple of those guys have really bad matchups this week. I would probably go maybe Boyd. Who did the Rams for the Bucks, right? I'd probably go Boyd, Godwin, and maybe DJ Moore. But the thing is, it depends on who the quarterback is for the Panthers. If it's not Teddy, I'm a little bit worried. Those are tough matchups. I would probably say Boyd for sure. After that, you might just have to ride with your studs, your AJ Brown and Godwin. I don't like AJ Brown this week. I like Godwin slightly more. So probably Boyd, Godwin, then maybe Woods for AJ Brown, depending on what's going on with Teddy. Ricky says, do you think T. Higgins is playing? Does he have an injury that I'm not aware of? Okay, so it looks like he did not practice today. I actually did not know that. Why is it? I don't see any news as to why. So, illness again. So again, it really depends on whether or not it's COVID related, right? Because even if it's not, yeah, Chiga said illness too. Even if it's not illness, if it's COVID related, and even if they don't have it, depending on like the contact time and tests and stuff, he might just be out logistically. But too early to say, I think. What do you think about Michael P. Ryan outlook? They say the Jets have come out and said that they want to try and use him a little bit more. Whether or not that happens, we'll see. But they still like Frank Gore, right? I don't trust that Adam Gase will make the right decision and just play P. Ryan a little bit more. We'll see. He has nowhere to go up, but that might be very slow. So definitely a stash for me, unless you're really, really, really desperate. Let's see. Davis is the other Darrell Willis didn't practice either. So yeah, Le'Veon Bell could be a really good play this week. Brown says, what are your thoughts on Taysom Hill in my league? At least he has I'm playing him in one of my leagues, so I need a Hail Mary in. I think, the one I did tell people to pick him up this week, because how I see him is that compared to the rest of the tight ends that's out there, that's left, honestly, the floor is very, very similar. They're all kind of low, 2 to 4 points. But with Drew Brees gone, he does have the ability to be involved a lot more within his gadget role on that offense. So, I wouldn't get your hopes up, but I think there's definitely chances that he could blow up for random touchdowns as different positions. So, I'm starting him. I'm just kind of going for Hail Mary because I don't think I'm going to get much more from any other tight end. So, start him and see what happens. Ben says pick 3: Galladay, Claypool, Robbie Anderson, Edmonds. Let's see. David says Galladay didn't practice. He might not play this week. And I'm a Galladay over. Yeah, that's tough. I like Claypool. I mean, if Galladay's out, then you have your answer there, right? You have to go Claypool, Robbie Anderson, and Edmonds. So that's kind of tough that you have one of the guys going tonight. So you have to make a decision now. Ricky says, if Higgins doesn't play, who should I pick up in the waiver to start flex? It can be RB. Go look at the waiver wire. Go look at the waiver wire video and look at that list. It's hard for me to tell you who to pick up because I don't know who's on your waiver wire, unfortunately. But go look at that list and see if there's anyone on there that's still available. Buck says Joe Mixon over Kareem Hunt if he plays. Let's see, what are their matchups looking like? So Bengals play. Oh yeah, so Bengals play Washington, and Kareem Hunt plays the Browns, play the Eagles, right? Yes, but I feel like he's not gonna play. Varun says, Superflex, out of position player, pick one, Alex Smith or Tom Brady. Let's look at these matchups. Tom Brady has a rough matchup, right? Because he's playing the Rams. I mean, I like Brady a little bit more because he has a higher ceiling as of what we've seen. Alex Smith plays, you know, he gets a lot of yards. He's had over 700. I think he has like exactly 715 yards over the last 2 weeks, but he hasn't scored a lot of touchdowns, if any at all. So maybe Brady, even though he has a worse matchup, just for the talent and what he has around him. Ricky says, what do you think about Connor this week? I like Connor. I mean, Connor had one bad week, right? I think you're fine with him. Steelers are playing Jags. Not a rough defense, so I think you're okay. Should I trade Chubb for Miles Sanders? I'd rather have Chubb over Miles Sanders. I think Chubb's usage is a lot higher than Miles Sanders. David Mig, welcome. PBR pick 2. McLaurin, Jefferson, Woods, Higgins, and Kirk for week 11. Let me look at these guys. I'm gonna stop chat from scrolling. So okay. I mean McLaurin, I think, you know, he's almost like an every week start, right? So you need to play McLaurin here. And if we're picking another one, I'd probably go Jefferson or Kirk here, maybe Jefferson. If Higgins plays, he's going to be your safest bet for like 10 to 12 points, right? But I think Jefferson has a higher ceiling. My only thing is, you know, what happens if the Vikings get ahead early against Dallas and just don't need to use Jefferson. But I do like McLaurin and either Jefferson or Higgins, I think. Kirk is going to be a great play as well. But the thing is, there's always a chance he might bust, so yeah. Luke, what's up, man? Do you think Jacobs is a solid top 10 running back rest of the season? I do think so if he stays healthy, purely based off of the volume that he gets. You know, this guy will get 20 to 30 touches, sometimes even more, so. Let's see. Let me catch up. Oh man, we've had a lot. Oh, Lee Me, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome. Good. I'm glad you like the background music. Thursday night right before football, we got a hype. It sounds a little Christmassy, huh? But yeah, it's supposed to be hip hop. Brownson says, I know Jody has a bad matchup against the Ravens, but should I start him or replace him? What are your expectations for Zeke? Zeke, I think he's slowly trending upwards, but he's so low in RB2 right now until they figure their stuff out. Between Jonnu and Taysom, I kind of want to say Taysom for the ceiling, right? I don't like Jonnu. He doesn't have a lot of. He's only been saved because of 2 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks, which, you know, is a point to start him. But I kind of prefer Taysom because he's just honestly the more fun upside to play. No way Higgins is sick. I'm going to play him if Adam misses. Yeah, he's got some arrowness. All right, so what's up? I'm rolling with Kennington. Let's go. I believe in you. Lee Mean says I'm about to have Hyde and Wilson playing right now. Wish me luck. Hey, good luck. I think hey, that's you can do a lot worse than that. So I think you're fine. David says, do you like P. Ryan or Moss versus the season better? Both on my wire, depending on if Bell has the lead or not. I'm going to drop him for one of the two. I like P. Ryan has a higher upside, right? Because Moss is still going to be, well, we'll see. But as of now, we think Moss is going to be splitting carries with Singletary, which I like Moss a lot better. But Moss is, you know, as long as he vultures those TDs, he's fine. But we see what happens when he doesn't get the TDs, right? He has a really low floor. So P-Ryan probably has a potentially higher ceiling, but the chances of him hitting that ceiling is a little bit lower. Moss is probably a better week-to-week start, but, you know, hey, this is probably your last chance to pick up P-Ryan. Like, if they literally run him like 20, 25 times, he's going to be the hottest waiver wire pickup next week. So that's that. Reed, what's up, man? Welcome. Ricky says, let's see. Hold on, let me just acknowledge who else is out here. So we got Reed, Connor, David, Burke, what's up? Man, everyone's here. Richard's here, what too? What's up, everybody? All right, let me get to everyone's questions real quickly. All right, let's see. Yeah, you did tell me you would be here. I appreciate it. David says, I like McLaurin and Higgins, and I know if Higgins plays, for sure. No, I think Higgins is a very, very solid, you know, double-digit guy. Ricky says, who would you start these for flex? Adrian Peterson, Bell, Pittman, Duke Johnson, or Mike Williams. I would probably go Pittman or Bell if he's the lead back. Pittman, Mike Williams, Duke Johnson, and then Adrian Peterson. Reed says Calvin Ridley or McLaurin. Ooh, probably McLaurin because he's the #1 option. Ridley is still going to get his, but he's sharing with Julio. That's only why. David says Higgins is super safe. Yeah, for sure. And it's overtaking Boyd as the wide receiver 1. Yeah, Higgins is great. Higgins is great. Oh, Chaz in here too. Sorry, I missed you. Should I play Drake today or Rilla Salvan Ahmed? My other starting running back is CEH. You might have to go with both, Chaz. CEH is illness. I don't know if you have the flexibility to not play him or like start all the otherwise, but like, you know, you got to keep an eye about that and think about what happens if CEH is out. I do like Salvan Ahmed a little bit more. I swear to God, if Kyler Murray vultures Kenyon CDs, yeah, I mean, here's the thing is, I think there's a good chance he might, but Connor says Juju or Hyde. They're both good plays. I think Juju has a slightly higher floor, but Hyde should be good. You know, if he's 100% healthy, he's a great guy to have tonight. I think I maybe like Juju a little bit more, but Hyde might be a little bit safer because he's not dealing with like 2 other really good wide receivers plus a running back that he has to deal with. All right, let's see where we at. My chat just scrolled up. Let's see. David says, yeah, Jefferson isn't a gamble if they go up. Is a gamble. I'm always hesitant to start him. I think it's 5. Exactly, that's the thing. That's boom or bust, but like at least a bust is like an okay floor. Satish, what's up? Hyde or Edmonds? I prefer Hyde here. And also Burke, welcome. You gotta, you know, make sure these kiddos are in line. Lee means is Hyde as well. Yep, I agree with that. Made this decision to plug in Kirk tonight over AJ Brown and Higgins. I like it. Twister says, do I start Lazard if Adams is out? Lazard is going to be a hard start because they're playing, they're playing a really good defense. I don't know that you necessarily start him. Richard, welcome. Davis says bold choice. I like it though. Kirk, any wide receiver against Seattle really should be fine. And, you know, Burke will probably agree with me even as a Hawks fan, so. Burke says, I've got Robinson suddenly questionable for Sunday in my flex. If he's out, I'm throwing AJ Brown or Higgins. Yeah, I think that's great. You know, I'll probably go with Higgins and then AJ Brown, but you have choices. I know it's Bo Dudes. Yo, 15 people. Hey, yeah, we're just trying to get higher. Patrick Grant, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Richard says, quick question. I struggle with injuries. How does this trade sound? I'm giving CMC and Hines for Derrick Henry. I like that. Richard, I would take that if you can. Especially with CMC's, playability for the rest of the season up in the air. I would do that for sure. Ryan, what's up? Mixon or Hunt? I don't know if that Mixon's going to play, so I'm going to say Hunt here. Patrick says, okay. I gotcha. Sam Indy. Mixon not playing. Okay. Welcome. So is your real name Patrick then? Richard says, my RBs are Mixon and Sanders, and I don't have RB2 this weekend. I went to it. I think you grab Henry. Honestly. Ricky, thanks for coming by. Patrick says, trade Mixon. He's gonna be hard to trade right now. That guy's, we don't know what's going on with him. All right, let's see. Where are we at? David says Higgins. I'd go Higgins if he plays. Where are we at here? Did I miss something? Oh, Burke says, okay, there we go. So David says, so if I don't need a start this week, I think I'm going to scoop up Pirine over Moss. Yeah, just because, you know, it could be. We know sort of where Moss is, and again, he's going to be touchdown dependent. He gets those touchdown opportunities, but it's still going to get vultured by Josh Allen. Burke says, what do you guys think? I need a wide receiver 2 between AJ Brown, T. Higgins, and Christian Kirk. To make it worse, J. Rob and Higgins are questionable, so if either, yeah. You know, I agree with Chad. I think T. Higgins is, you know, you can't go wrong. T. Higgins is a set and forget almost right now. I'm looking for the next J. Rob left. Yeah, you never know. I think the Jets' offense is trending up slightly, even if just a little bit. Reed says, I like T. Higgins. Great. Davis says Higgins is the safest bet. Burke, you can always fall back on Brown if, yep, exactly. Luke says Higgins as well. Davis says Higgins. Richard says, I'll only have him for 1 week before playoffs. I need to win the next 3. Yeah, exactly. So I think you make the trade for Henry. I definitely would. Rick says the risk is if he doesn't play, then I'm stuck out. Go Christian Kirk tonight then. Have that guy in there so you only have to flex to worry about. Satish, hey, thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate it. And also, just a quick intermission and injection. We talked about this. For all those that missed a fun stream on, what was it, Tuesday night? You guys missed some fun activities that we did here. If you really want to know what it was, go back and check it, or go look at my thumbnail for this video and you'll see. But our next goal is 200 subs by the end of the weekend for some a fun surprise, or you know, we can set our next beer chug to be 50 concurrent viewers. We hit 30 on Tuesday, so if we hit 50, you guys are in for a show. All right, let's see, where are we at now? Reed says Hill or Devontae Adams. Adams for sure. Actually, I kind of lean Hill this week, mainly because of the injury and mainly because of the defense that Devontae Adams is going up against. Slightly. Let's see, I'm starting them both, but I want to see what he says. Yeah, I mean, Hill has a better matchup, right? Devontae Adams has a worse matchup, but he could be matchup proof. I'm just worried about the ankle and like, what if he plays like not 100%? That's the only thing. Reed says, okay, Patrick Mahomes, what's your team? We have Patrick Mahomes, Cook, Henry, Adams, Hill, Kelsey, McLaurin. That's a really good team, yeah. Davis, J-Rob isn't questionable, by the way. He had a full practice today. Okay, great. How many kids only? Patrick says that 4-man league. Nice. Luke says you're planning a subscriber league. Yeah, we're planning multiple subscriber leagues depending on how many people are interested, for sure. We're also going to be doing an NFL fantasy playoff challenge this year as well. Reed says with my friends, they're sleeping or something, and the league is for $39. Nice. $39? That's a specific number unless you meant 30. Davis left. You chugged a beer, fella. Yeah, we got you 30. We got you 30. We chugged a pretty disgusting beer, but we did it. Tuesday was a really fun stream. This was our late night stream at like 11 p.m. Pacific, and it was popping. We hit 30 people max, and I think we're hovering around like 20 to 25. So yeah, it was pretty hopping. It was a good one. Yeah, early stream did not disappoint either. The early stream was really fun, and we went on for like an extra like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, I think. So it was a great time. Luke says this is my 12-man, Mahomes, Aaron Jones, Jacobs. Yeah, some of you guys out there have really, really good teams. Reed says, question though, do I start the Chiefs or Saints D this week? So Chiefs are playing Raiders and Saints are playing Atlanta, right? Between the two, I'd probably go Saints, but do you have any other choices like a Miami or like a Chargers on the waiver wire? Because I'm not a huge fan of either, to be honest. Patrick says, Luke, that's a very good team. I agree. My team is Lamar, Kamara, Sanders, Diggs, Galladay's fancy. Some injuries there. David Mig, pick one QB for week 11, Rodgers or Carr. I don't think you can sit Rodgers, right? Even though he's playing a way tougher defense. I don't think you sit Rodgers for Derek Carr. Derek did really well against the Chiefs last time that they played, but still just like a completely tier of quarterback. So I don't know that you sit I don't know that you sit Aaron Rodgers here. Patrick says Rodgers, Reed says Rodgers, and hopefully he only does Adams. Do you like Jefferson this week? I do like him. I think he'll be fine. Great matchup. Let's just hope that the game doesn't get out of hand where he just like isn't able to contribute, right? David says, who else can you start? Patrick. He's not a bad start, just a little risky. If game should focus, exactly. Luke says, what do you think about the Vikings this week? I have the Rams sitting them against Tampa. I trade second Miami could get him. I like the Vikings C. You know, they're any team that's playing the Jets or Dallas, it should be a good stream for the week. So I think they're fine. I have them on my list to pick up. Frank says, I did my Dynasty startup draft last night. I'm happy with my team. Aaron Jones, Swift, Kenichi, Scary. Oh, nice. Mike Evans, Kittle, DJ, Moore, Fournette. That's great. That's a good one. Antonio Brown. Yeah, Antonio Brown's gonna be a risky play. Here's the thing. It's like, yeah, they're playing the Rams and it's gonna be a tough defense, but like, I think the worst case scenario is like the ball really gets split between the three guys, AB, Godwin, and Evans, and maybe they all kind of just perform pretty poorly, but I still expect Tampa Bay to score. That's the thing. Let's see. Greg, what's up? Would you roll out with Duke Johnson or Carlos? I like Carlos Hyde a little bit more. I'm not a huge fan of Duke Johnson. I keep on telling chat that like he's had a lot of opportunities to be that #1 guy. You know, obviously he could be good for like 60 yards and maybe a touchdown, which would make him startable. But like, if it were me, I'd prefer to start Hyde for the better chance at points and at more points. Davis also says, let's see, traded all my depth away, Patrick. Okay. Davis says, yeah, also take back everything, Burke. Trick is probably a play over Higgins. I like, yeah, it's just the Seattle defense, right? Then go Jefferson. Antonio Brown is risky due to target share. Reed, are you gonna watch a game and do a podcast on it? We'll probably watch a game a little bit. I cannot show the game. We tried to do that last week and I actually edited it out of my video because I don't know, technology is crazy, right? They somehow knew exactly where I had copyright claims and what it was for. So, you know, the YouTube gods do. I probably will stay on for a little bit when the game starts, but I think Thursday nights, what we typically see is like starting around like 6 p.m. So like maybe like half an hour into the game, first quarter, people like to go, you know, get dinner, go watch the actual game. So we'll probably go into a little bit and then just kind of hang out and chill with chat until people just want to go do their own thing. Greg, another, is that a second Greg in here? All right, Greg says pick 2, Cooks, Duke Johnson, Drake, or Jarvis. Ooh, if I had to go, I'd probably go Cooks and Drake here. Greg says also Cam or Brady. I say Cam. Go check out my start sit video. Cam Newton is my start of the week at quarterback. Patrick, is Kamara playing? He is, as far as I know. David says he changed his mind because of this Reddit thread I saw. Didn't realize Kirk had been playing that well since I don't own him. Yeah, Kirk has been playing very, very well. Getting a lot of targets, had a below average week last week, but otherwise I think last 4 or 5 games double digits, some 20+ points. He's been great. Kirk has 20+ points in 3 of the last 6 games, and the Hawks are allowing 50. Exactly. Yep. Hawks don't have their top 3 corners today, and Kirk has been on a nice streak. I agree. Here's what I'll say though, like, this is where fantasy gets funky, guys, because as good of a juicy matchup as this is, watch him, like, I mean, I don't think he will bite, right? But like, it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't produce. I had Goff as my start of the week at QB last week. They didn't have their wide cornerbacks either, and somehow he only scored 10 points. Fantasy is just funny sometimes. Lean says start 2, Thielen, Fuller, Duke Johnson, Godwin. I'd probably go Thielen and Fuller here. Luke says, yeah, that Hawks team is god awful. That too, Burke. Yep, it pains me because I'm from Seattle, but it's true. Yep, we know. Reed says, okay, I'm gonna get my t-shirts ready for Sunday when the bagels get blown out. Hey, I don't think that's necessarily true. I think, you know, there's a good chance, but like, at this point, you guys might want to tank for some protection for Burrow. I really hope Burrow doesn't get destroyed like Andrew Luck did. You guys got to protect him. He's second in the league in number of sacks he's taken, and I don't like. It hurts because I've seen him take some really big hits. Yeah, we got 2 Gregs in here. I think we've had some same names. We've had multiple Sams, a few Daniels. Yeah, small world, I guess. Jacob, what's up, man? How you doing tonight? Patrick says, if I package Zeke and Galladay, what wide receiver do you think I could get? Maybe someone like a T. Higgins. I don't think you're gonna be able to get someone like a McLaurin. Maybe, I don't think you're gonna get a Calvin Ridley. So probably like a wide receiver 2 tier. Yeah. Let's see. Would you start Lamb or Evans? That's tough, man. Lamb has a better matchup, but who is his quarterback, right? I think he's still gonna get the targets. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. If it's Lamb or Levi, I would say, or sorry, not Lamb or Levi. We can get Levi in here. Also, Levi, welcome. We do need more Levi's in here. I think you're our only Levi. Let's see. I have a feeling that Lamb might be an okay pick. Evans for the talent, I would say, so maybe Evans. But yeah, welcome Levi. Let us know if you have my dude. Davis says, boat take. Higgins is a top 15. I can see it. I can see it. Vagine says, yo, is it pronounced Vagine? Let me know if I'm saying that right. But yes, you are the only one. Break says, yes, let's all start Kirk, ride or die together. Let's do it. Let's do it. My dudes. Ramu Chaz, what's up, man? Last minute thing, Kirk or Godwin for standard? Let's go Kirk here. It's funny, I've had a lot of Kirk versus other people. I like Kirk. Godwin is, you know, obviously has the talent as a better, well, you know, better wide receiver right now, but I mean, we all really like Kirk's matchup this week. Okay, it is Vagine? Okay, perfect. I didn't want to say it wrong, because I've been known to butcher people's names. Also, let me, hold on a second, I'm gonna try and, where do I want this? Okay, let's do that. Alright, let's see it. Logan, yeah, I was here a week or two ago asking about Trent Taylor. Do you think I should start Hyde or P. Ryan? Go Hyde. Go Hyde. P. Ryan, we still need to see more. We still need to see a little bit more from him. This is finally the week where the Jets came out and said they were going to start using him more. So let's see if they do, or if they're just a bunch of liars. P. Ryan to stash though. Davis says, I got Russ tonight. I think he needs a revenge game or else his MVP chances are shot. I'm so rooting for the Hawks though, Burke. I'm a Panthers fan. I think it's gonna be. I think both quarterbacks are gonna really display what they are tonight. I think it's gonna be a really fun, exciting game. Patrick says, I'm a trade for Kirk real quick. I want to be part of this. Yeah, right. Get that in real quick. Okay, let's see. Hi. Okay, Davis says hi. Yep, for sure. P. Ryan's a stash now to start this week. 100%. Jacob has, I have Kirk tonight. Let's see how Kirk does. Man, you guys are gonna come in here with torches if Kirk does not play well, huh? I'm betting my entire small community, my stream reputation on Kirk tonight, so hopefully Kirk plays well. Raman Chen says, got you, man. I'm betting on Kirk too. Let's go. Appreciate you. Yo, man, I appreciate you too. Thank you for coming through. Logan says they said they were gonna start using Piran a lot more this week, and with the other running backs in Seattle, Tram is scary, but I understand it. Yeah, I mean Hyde should be the lead guy. You know, like we saw that a few weeks ago when he was healthy and Carlos Hyde was gone. He was the guy, so I'm not too concerned. Yeah, unless Burke, our in-house Seattle expert, says anything different, if he has any concerns, but I like Hyde. Ramachan says, you know, I just traded Kirk for Gaskin. Hey, I mean, if you're okay at wide receiver, that's not a bad thing, right? Gaskin's going to be a stud when he gets back. Davis just also did say Gore is still going to get his touches. Exactly, right? That's the thing that makes me not really trust. I mean, here's the thing, guys. Don't trust what the front office says, because half the time when they say things, it's also just like, it's all public stuff, right? So I wouldn't trust them. And guys, sorry, let me just give you like a 30-second intermission. I just want to make sure all my lineup is set, because I forgot to look, and Thursday Night Football really creeps up on me, at least because I'm West Coast. All right, let me see if I have anyone starting tonight. So I have Kyler Murray, so we're gonna cheer for Kyler Murray tonight. Kyler going in one league, nothing in league 2. All right, we're good. Let's see where we at. Jacob says I had Russ last year. He was very up and down. Yeah, he's been playing a lot better this year though. David says Gaze said Gore will still get his touch. Exactly. That's what I saw too, and that's what I'm afraid of. David said, "Beam me up, Scotty. It's Captain Kirk now." Oh man, that would have been oh, if I was if I had any ounce of creativity at all, That would have been a fun stream to do, huh? Captain Kirk for Kirk. David says, man, just let Pierre ride it 35 to 30 times and the second coming of J-Rob, right? Hey, you could be. It could very well be. Logan Thomas or Austin Hooper? I like Hooper's upside a little bit more, right? And they're playing... I would probably say Hooper here. I would say Hooper. Yeah, Rum just says so. Burke says Dan called a Kirk line for tonight, right? Yeah, we might have to. Patrick says, just traded Jefferson for Kirk. You'll never see me again if he doesn't perform. Just kidding, but my playoffs aren't in line. Wait, did you trade him like earlier this week, or when did you trade him? I think it's an okay trade. You know, you like Kirk better. But is your trade's not gonna go through, right? You're not gonna be able to play Kirk in like 10 minutes. Unless your league is literally just like right now. Most leagues I've been in, they usually, you know, there's a grace period of at least a day. It's instant. Okay, interesting. All right, well, hey, another one on the line, right? I've got all my subs on the line for tonight, so we're gonna be cheering for Kyler and Kirk. Kyler to Kirk all night. But kind of curious what everyone thinks. How do people feel about AJ Brown tonight or this week against the Ravens? Because I have him as a sit this week, and I posted it to Reddit, and man, a lot of people seem to think AJ Brown is a very you should never sit him. Davis, I saw that, right? And luckily it wasn't hate, right? I think the way I responded was okay, but it was less hate, but more support for the guy who said I would never sit AJ. I'm hoping that he, we'll see. Maybe caught on the height a bit, but I love the confidence. I think it's a lot of it is Ryan Tannehill. I think a lot of it is Tannehill. For sure. And that's the thing. I think that's the one thing that's hard to convey, in a lot of pickup videos, starts and sits, right? The biggest thing is when people like me, we make these, we're looking, at least for me, my thought process is, let's get rid of every guy that's automatic start, automatic sit, right? I'm not going to talk about Derrick Henry, DeAndre Hopkins, whatever, right? But if there's someone like a Derrick Henry that I say I want to sit, I'm going to talk about it. So mainly for the starts, we're not talking about the studs. We're not talking about the duds. We're talking about everyone in between. And yeah, I think AJ Brown is, it's definitely, it's a bold take, right? I think, what was I gonna say? I just lost my train of thought. If it's someone that's gonna be like that, like an AJ Brown level, that's everyone's almost gonna start, I think it's worth saying that, hey, I think you should sit him this week. Let's see. Burke says I won't ever play green again. Yeah. David says, yeah, not hate, but people questioning. But hey, imagine if I'm right. Right? And that's kind of what you got to go with, right? You got to go with the unpopular opinions. Burke says, I'd rather trade him away laterally. AJ Gray is a very fantasy. We'll see if he bounces back. Yeah, he was hot for a little bit. My question is, if you had to choose between AJ Brown and Jefferson, who would you rather choose? I think AJ Brown after in 2 weeks. He's, a more experienced wide receiver, on a better offense, so AJ Brown slightly. A lot of, like you said, a lot of it has to do with game script as well. It seems like the connection is there between Kirk and Jefferson. So honestly, even though AJ Brown's on a better team, maybe it's more beneficial for Jefferson, who is going to be playing catch up a lot more on the Vikings, right? Ultimately, I think it comes down to experience. Rookie, I think it's very rare, and it takes a special rookie to be able to consistently put up numbers. We see it with Justin Herbert this year. We saw it with Zeke before. It's still there's still the rookie consideration. Patrick says, you're joking, Burke. I thought Kirk was better for this week than Jefferson. Yeah, but if you made a trade, you're not gonna be able to get Jefferson back, right? David says, thankfully I don't own AJ Brown. Yeah, I think maybe buy low after this week or next week. Wait, were we talking about brown or green? I was talking about green, I think. But now we're talking about AJ Brown. Davis is AJ Brown versus Jefferson. Yep. Reed, I'm just looking, listening, and taking mental notes. Hey, for sure. And hey, if there's anything you have questions about or you don't agree with it, let me know, because this is what it's all about, right? Just talking and not figuring things out. Oh, Breck says, okay, a little AJ. We gotta go with last names, I guess. It's funny, they're both AJ and their last names are both colors. Weird coincidence. So let's see. Patrick says, who is your start of the week with Swift out? Let me go look at my list here. It's gotta be, one of these guys that I have, because I'm gonna go with a list. Honestly, I'll go Botek here, and I'll go Kalen Ballage against the Jets. I like that. Burke says I'd start Jefferson over Brown this week, but Kirk is my start over both. Yep, agreed. Patrick says good. Jacob says, how do you feel about matchup this week? I have Herbert, Keenan, CD, Mixon or Gio, Swift or Evans, and Hooper. Kalen Ballage, I think he's okay. I think the question marks are with CD. Question marks with Swift or Evans, but otherwise it's a pretty solid lineup. Rumble Chat says Ballage, Kirk, Riegers, or McKissick flex. I'd probably go Kirk or Ballage here, I would say. I like both of those matchups. Jacob says Captain Kirk. Never mind Kirk, I have him wide receiver. Yeah, go Ballage. My take is, so McKissick obviously went off, right? And hey, maybe us putting him as our start of the week, he went and looked at our video and said, hey, I gotta do the community right. This random small ass YouTube guy is saying I'm the start of the week, so I gotta go and be the start of the week, right? No, but I think with the game strip this week, he potentially could get used a little bit less. What I see is Antonio Gibson's share going up a little bit, maybe. I think he's still gonna put up a solid floor, right? He might not be where he was last week. But I still think he's been a good pickup. I like him, and you guys can tell that I like him because I think I've literally talked about him almost like every single one of my waiver wire videos since I started filming. So I like him a lot. Ramachez says I'd play McKissick if I played a PPR. Oh, if you're in standard, yeah, that's tough. A lot of his value, I would say 20-30%, obviously, because he gets so many receptions, is from being in a PPR league. So yeah, standard, and that's the thing you got to consider, right? Is what kind of league are we talking about? But McKissick is one of those guys that's way more valuable in a PPR league than a standard league. So it's tough, right? I guess Ramachas, how do you like playing in standard, and have you ever played in a PPR before? My recommendation is to do half PPR. I think it's a really good mix between standard and full PPR. Lets you be able to have a lot more relevant players, but not have someone like McKissick, who's a second string running back, be the star of the league. Let's see. Burke says 12 targets is absurd. Exactly, and he gets some rushes, right? It's stupid how much. I mean, that's the thing, is Alex Smith is a check down king, so he's gonna keep on going. He's gonna keep on just checking down to him. Patrick says, is Zeke a good flex option for an 8-man league? Who are your pivots? Yeah, Patrick, who are your other guys? In an 8-man league, I would think that you maybe have someone else more that's more available, but it depends on the rest of your lineup for sure. Jacob says, Zeke is okay. I agree.
Ramja says, I only play in a league with some friends here in Portugal, you know, we usually go standard, don't know why. Hey, I mean, that's fine. Like, I started standard, I played standard for many, many years. I would encourage you to, like, you know, if you're into it, ask them if they want to try and do, just ask them if they want to try and do Happy PR. I like it a lot. It's not a huge difference, but it just makes a lot more players relevant, so you don't feel like the waiver wire is just tough. But I mean, yeah, depending on the size of your league, that might not be a problem. Patrick says Kamara and Sanders are my running backs. Okay, I mean, if that's your only ones, what about your wide receivers? Do you have any wide receivers you can play there? Callis, what's up? So we got keeper, keep 3 every year. You have Ryan, Wentz, Moore, Chark, AJ Brown, DK Jefferson, Jacob, J. Henry, Hunt, Andrews. Round 4, pick 1. Round 5, pick 1 for Mahomes. First 3 keepers in the draft. I have another round 4 and round 5. We keep whoever 3 we want in offseason's PPR too. I think that's okay price for Mahomes. You know, I'm always a fan of like getting a quarterback later. So Burke, I think the question is, does Kellis want to trade their 4th round pick number 1 and 5th round pick number 1 for Mahomes? Mahomes will usually go what, in like round 3 in a normal draft. I honestly maybe think you should just grab a guy later, right? Because if you're trading for Mahomes, I'm assuming you have to keep him, which means you have to get rid of one of your other guys, and I'd much rather keep some more depth and get a QB later. So I think maybe you don't make the trade, unless I'm just completely off about, like, you know, how trade picking works. I'm not in any leagues that trades picks, so I'm not as you know, I don't have as much intel on it, but that seems like a lot to trade for him. Ramucha says, yeah, true, so many more players will have more value for sure. Oh, for sure, right? And that's the thing, is like, if you're in like a 6 or 8 man league, you might not want to do that, because if you're in a league where the waiver wire is full of really good players, you don't want to make it like more, right? With a lot of players who are just gonna like at some point you still want the waiver wire to be competitive, so you don't want to go too crazy with it. But yeah. All right, let's see. I have another round 4 and round 5 pick. Okay, so I get it. Yeah, so if you actually do, then if you really want him, sure. But I, you know, I never think like I think that when people take quarterbacks super early, it's never really worked out as much for them, right? No one took Kyler Murray early this year, and he's the number 1 quarterback right now. People never take Russ, and he's still top 5. Patrick says, I was hoping Zeke would have a good week, and I would definitely do that if he does. I think he has a good matchup, right? He has a good matchup against the Vikings, so if you need to flex him, I think that's completely fine. Ramachat says, I'm gonna go watch a game. See you later. Keep up the good job. Yeah, thank you for coming by, man. We'll talk to you soon. David says, I don't know, man. My 2-man team has a pretty dry waiver. Yeah, 22 page. Hey, it's not as bad as Patrick's, because Patrick, I think, is in a 2-man league with unlimited waivers, and his grandpa took up all the guys, so... Or sorry, unlimited bench spots. I have never played unlimited bench. I don't think I've played a bench spot more than like 8, honestly. Oh yeah, we gotta turn on the game, right? Let's see. I'll pull it up on the side. Obviously won't stream it because we know that's a big no-no. But yeah, I forgot. So yeah, we'll keep the stream going on for like maybe another, you know, 20-30 minutes. See if who else is around. But yeah. Richard says, how about CMC and Hines for Josh Jacobs? Can you not get Henry? Because if you get Henry, I think you should do that, Richard. Evan N, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Trade Amari Cooper and Chase Claypool for Wolf. I don't think I would do that. I wouldn't do that. I think you're giving up a little bit too much, even though Amari Cooper's value is dipped. I keep your guys because I think Claypool can produce or match production with Fuller. Davis, I know, right? It's wild. That's right, Patrick. The only D he left you was Cowboys. That's tough. Davis says, who's the Kyler Murray for next year that you think will be undervalued, be a top quarterback? Burrow? I feel dumb because I remember last year so much. I think Herbert, Tua maybe. Josh Allen, I think is going to be undervalued next year. I don't think Josh Allen goes like top 3 quarterbacks. So if you could get him in like after 6th, 7th round, I think he's going to be really good. This year, I'm surprised people didn't grab him early. Obviously, he had a few bad games, but this guy is like top 5 quarterback fantasy potential. So all those guys could be good. I'm trying to think who else. Super deep sleepers and like probably won't pan out. Could be someone like Daniel Jones or Drew Lock, honestly. Those guys, cause like as they get better, especially Daniel Jones, I think he has a lot of potential because he's got the measurements, right? He's got like the athleticism, so I could see him potentially, especially with Saquon back. They're gonna add a little bit to it. Like hopefully the Giants get better. They're gonna have a lot of elements to that offense. Berg says you shouldn't need to package CMC for anyone, for sure, right? I think it's the only thing is the injury scare and like whether or not he's gonna play. I still think that there's a good chance that he may not play this season, but that's just my gut. Jay drafted him, yeah. I mean, it is what it is, right? It's hindsight's 50-50, so we can't really say much. Richard says, if that doesn't go through, then I'm going to possibly trade Josh Jacobs. His second RB is James Robinson, but I think that's too... Hey, Richard, I mean, if he doesn't go through, try for Jacobs and Robinson. I know that, you know, he probably won't say it, but just, you know, use that to your advantage, right? And just say, like, hey, well, if you can't give me Henry, I've got 2 really good backs for you. Give me Jacobs and Robinson, and just see what he says. There's no point in like there's no reason not to just try. Reed says, what rank would you give Patrick Mahomes? Like, who's your top 10? I mean, Patrick Mahomes is still a top 5, right? I can come up with I can think about my top 10, but Patrick Mahomes should be top 5. David says, I drafted Daniel Jones this year. Dropped him for J-Rob before week 1. Nice. Good drop. Hey, that makes up for not drafting Kyler Murray, right? If Joe Burrow gets an offensive line, do you think? Absolutely, I do. They've got weapons. They drafted, you know, they got wide receivers. They got running backs. You know, if Joe Mixon stays healthy, I absolutely think he's gonna be. I mean, he's already good, right? He's shown a lot of potential for a rookie, but just gets hurt. Like I'm telling you guys, I'm really worried about his health right now. I've been through this as a Colts fan. Sam, what's up, man? Hey, we got Sam and Burke in here. We got double cop duties. Welcome. David says, do you like Bucks versus season? I dropped the listing for Browns, Rams stack, and my opponent this week's him. I still like them. I don't think they're as much of a set and forget as we thought they were going to be, but they're still a top tier defense. Who do you guys think will win tonight? Hawks. Yeah, we need to, it seems like we're a little Hawk heavy right now. I don't know where all of our what do you call it? Our 49er fans are. Luke might have left already, I'm not sure, but let's see, 3rd and 2. Also, who are these random people that are just spectating on the Twitch? For all those that don't know, Thursday Night Football is streamed for free on Twitch. So, you know, whatever methods you guys have to watch a game, if it's not through TV or provider, you can do it on Twitch. Davis, that's not Beyonce. Is it? That's not Beyonce. Oh.
You know, for me, my rookie season, like working coverage and
damn, Davis.
Man-on-man coverage.
Not all dark-skinned people look alike, man. I'm just kidding, but no, I don't. I'm 95% sure that's not Beyonce. That's kind of funny though. Amazon Prime partnership. That right? I mean, okay, so there you go. You're watching it 360p. You couldn't tell. DK Metcalf, let's go. Jacob says, I wish I drafted. I mean, I drafted Prescott in 1-2. Like, you can't predict injuries, especially like freak action something like that. Look at that route that Metcalf just ran. A little zigzag. Nice. Yeah, it's not. Oh, actually, quick guess. Does anyone, without cheating, if you know already, don't say it. But for those of you that don't know, can anyone name the third guy in the purple shirt? Flicking back and forth between your game. Nice. I wish I could stream the guy game for you guys, but I can't. Yeah, does anyone know who the third guy from the left is in the purple shirt? Evan says, would you do Corey Davis and Claypool for Fuller? I would not. You asked that earlier, right? Yeah, I would not do that. Honestly, Claypool for Fuller kind of straight up. I think adding anything, if you're trading it, I wouldn't do it, right? You know, Burke says dropping Davis for Fuller. I think there's validity to it. I'm still kind of like not high, but I still believe in Corey Davis. But I would not trade that. You're giving up way too much because Corey Davis and Claypool can be a solid, you know, 2-3 punch for you. But yeah, Metcalf TD, exactly. That route he ran, he literally like zigzag right, left, right. I wonder if that was by design or if he kind of just got bottled up and just kind of like freestyled it. Bro, the hat had me fooled. I still feel dumb. Hey, listen, it's all good. We don't judge here, right? It's all in good faith. This is probably late and kind of lame, but if we hit 20, we'll open a beer, not chug it, but we'll open a beer and have a beer to end the stream to you know, hang out the vibe. If we hit 20. Sam says someone dropped Ayuk. Oh, go get him. Go get him. Please go pick him up. 100%. If you were choosing between Ayuk and Davis, I like Ayuk a little bit better. Luke says I Mims, Josh Reynolds, or MVS if Higgins and Adam both mid. Ugh. Oh man, do you have anyone else to choose from? I don't like any of those guys. Josh and MVS both have really tough matchups this week, honestly. There's got to be other people, right? Wide receivers, I feel like, are always, you know, dime a dozen. David says, take a shot with me, man. You got any liquor? I do. Yeah, but listen, man, we will. It's just gotta be, you know, we gotta save those for like the special viewer accounts, or else it's gonna get a little stale. Trust me, the first time I drank a beer or chugged a beer on stream, that's when the chat got really lit, so I gotta use that to my advantage, but I promise you in the future, Davis, we will do a shot together. Berg says, I do Davis for Ayuk for sure. Jackie says, the guy I'm playing has an entire matchup starting for him. I'm looking forward to the shootout, right? Yeah. Reynolds looked good. Oh, for sure he did. I talked about him a little bit on my waiver wire video this week. I think he's more of a stash for the next few weeks until the playoffs. His schedule is a little bit tough, especially being that wide receiver 3. But that once that playoff comes, I think he's a great stash for the playoffs. Break says no response yet from Bud Light Seltzer about, okay, listen, man, it's all good. We'll have to wait. It takes time. It takes time. David says, this is only my second year doing fantasy. Our wide receivers are always stacked. I feel like there's always so many startables. Yeah, this year definitely feels a little bit more, right? I think usually they're easier to replace and like pick up, you know, than running backs, obviously, right? But this year definitely feels like there's been a lot. I mean, one of the biggest reasons is honestly because rookie wide receivers normally don't have performances like this or aren't this consistent. So that's honestly the big thing. The wide receiver rookie class this year is really, really good. So that adds to it. Dave says, sounds good, man. Gotta do a shot with me in another stream study. There you go. Hey, we'll hit it. If we definitely, you know, maybe at 50 concurrent viewers, when this number hits 50, we'll do a shot with stream. We'll do a beer chug if no one else is doing it with me, but if any viewer is taking a shot with me, we'll do a shot at 50. Conley, Grant Agler, Warren Hilton. Agler might not be a bad start here, honestly. But all of the, those guys are all kind of like in the same sort of field. Maybe MVS if Adams doesn't play. So keep an eye out for his injury, I would say. Jackie says, meanwhile, I got to relay Balaj and Gio as the running backs. T. Higgins only got claimed this week. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. Hey, I mean, you could do a lot worse than Balaj and Gio, especially if Mixon's out, so I think you're fine there. David says that's wild. Yeah, I know. It's very wild. Luke says I'm going to try for Fulgham. Yeah, and I think, I'm a little bit worried about Fulgham. There's a chance that he bounces back, but I think there's a chance that he also might just like kind of fall off, the face of the earth because a lot of people are back now. So I am a little bit worried about Fulgham, I will have to say. Carcasso in the wild. That's okay. That's interesting. Huh. Yeah. I mean, I guess in 8 teams, you really don't need some of those like wide receiver 2 downside guys, right? Luke says MVS or Fulgham. It's really hard for me to trust Fulgham after last weekend as targets. Burke says MVS, but neither. Yeah. Sam says, have you shown your team? No, I can show my team. Let me pull this up. Give me a second. So I got 3 teams going this week. Let me see. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull this up on the side, and we're gonna talk a little bit about like what my thoughts are here. Okay, here we go. So here's the team that I'm actually doing pretty well in, trying to get back up. I was at 3-5 a few weeks ago. We got Rodgers, Josh Jacobs, Dalvin Cook, Adams, Juju, Kelsey, Chase, Washington, and Rodrigo. The move here between Juju and Chase, I'm a little bit worried about, but I'm not worried about it. I don't love playing it like that, but I like it, is what I'll say. There's a chance I might move Pittman up here instead, but I'm still thinking about that. Luke says you're gonna go watch the game. All right, thanks for stopping by, dude. Always good to see you, Luke. 3 and out for the cards already. Yep, Kurtz can catch 1 for 70 and a TD. I'll be happy. Oh, for sure. Very, very probable. So yeah, Sam, this is team number 1 here. So possible changes might be Michael Pittman into here. For another team, let's see. Team number 2, we're looking at Kyler, Nick Chubb, Robinson, Adams, Jefferson, Logan Thomas, Chase, Vikings, Suck Up. Yo, guys, Suck Up has been going off. Pick him up if he's still around. He's been playing really well. I guess he's kind of been up and down, but I think he has a good rest of the season. Here, we might have to... I think James Robinson plays this week. I think Devontae will have to monitor, but, we always have Keenan Allen, JT to plug in if we need to. Again, Michael Pittman, so you got to think about that. And then the one that I'm struggling in a lot right now that I'm trying to just go for Hail Marys to try and get that last spot is, let's see. No, that's not right. It's, let's see. This one, so this is the one, I don't know if I'm going to start Tannehill here. I need to see if I can pick someone up. But I don't know if I'm going to start Tannehill here. Clyde is I'm worried about him. This is my weak team, right? I'm throwing Taysom Hill as a Hail Mary. I'm going to be kind of screwed if Clyde doesn't play. I've honestly only really got Antonio Brown and Hines to plug in, if Edwards isn't in, so it's a little tough. But this is a tough team. David says, what do you think about Subvertown Downs playoff defenses and kicker rankings? Is that the Davis? Is that the guy who does like the weekly like kicker and defense rankings on like the Excel sheet? Is that what I'm thinking about?
Brick says, I'm honestly hoping J-Rob doesn't play. I'm worried about the matchup. I know, right? It's one of those tough ones, but like I said, I trust him for the volume. David says, don't drape your studs. J-Rob stays in the lineup even during his bye. Yeah. Don Blessing, our team is pretty similar. I'm gambling with Winston's a great gamble. That's a bad defense he's playing up against, right? So I think you're all fine. Dave says yes. Okay, I haven't looked at it. You know, I do gander at his kicker and defense, you know, starts and what are rankings. I haven't actually looked at his accuracy, so I'm kind of wondering, like, does he post accuracies and stuff? I think that's good stuff, right? Because from what I see, what he does, him or she, I guess, what they do is that they do everything purely based on numbers. And I think while that's good, I think there's a small component to also like just kind of like interpreting the game, right? Because sure, there's a lot to it with just interpreting the numbers, and I'm sure that's what like Vegas and stuff does as well. But you know, I think it's great data. I think it's something that's, you know, people can use. I think there's also room for, you know, interpreting those numbers and like really seeing why something happened, right? So for example, if like, I don't know, let's just say he did it based on numbers, and let's say Packers are playing the Cowboys, right? Packers go up like, I don't know, 4 touchdowns to start, and Aaron Jones and oops, sorry guys, fire alarm going off, 1 second, and Aaron Jones like gets like 5 touches. Does his data like acknowledge it was because of the game script, right? I don't know. Let's see. Kicker, QB, defense. He posted one today for playoffs. Here it is. His info is super helpful in Mayo. His accuracy has been the best from any other red poster I've seen. Yeah. Okay. Nice. And based on that, okay. So yeah. I mean, if it's really good, then again, a lot of it, like, you know, all you can do is just really base it off of numbers, right? Numbers and then gut feel. So yeah, I mean, I think it's great info, and I think it's, you know, really big kudos for him to doing that. It's probably a lot of work too, so I appreciate it. I'll probably end up doing a defense playoff stash as well. So I'll be curious if he did post something today. I'll be curious to go take a look at it and sort of compare and contrast it to mine. Just a thought, no music or lowered music. I can lower it. Do you guys want music off, or do you guys want it lowered? I'll lower it a little bit. Yeah, let me know if you guys want the music off, because I definitely don't mind. Min, what's up? He says John Brown and Pittman rest of the season PPR. I agree with Burke. Pittman, if he has well, I think he's going to be the number 1 option. John Brown, he's a little too injury prone for me. I like him a lot, but I'm a little concerned about his health, overall health, and how long he can stay stable. David said, yeah, he was only posting weekly once, and then someone literally made a Reddit post requesting him to do one for the playoffs, like yesterday and the day before, and he posted it because everyone tagged. Damn, that's I mean, kind of sucks that he got like. I mean, I'm sure he loves to do it, right? If he has the time, I think that's great. And you know, one day I'd love to. You know, if I had the time, I would love to dive deep into it. But yeah, I think that's a really great resource. Really good resource. Fantasy football subreddit superhero. Yeah. Yeah. I would love to look at his accuracy, and maybe I'll take a look at it tonight. Just look and see sort of what his methods are, how he pulls his numbers, and how he does week to week. But that's really interesting to see. Yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, it's all numbers and stats. But you know, obviously we don't have robots playing for us, or else we would be able to predict a lot of things. Jaden, welcome. Should I trade Mixon and Fulgham for Waller? My tight end right now is Reed. Jaden, what's the rest of your running backs and wide receivers looking like? Like, do you need these guys or what? I would be fine if you traded Fulgham away, but I kind of like Mixon if you're in playoff contention, because unless he's literally suffering in season and injury, I feel like when he comes back, he's gonna go off and do really well. I like to keep Mixon, but again, if you're stacked, maybe you don't need to. Are Arizona going? Let's see if they can get Kirk going. He also updates the post daily every 2 days until kickoff, factoring weather. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. That's awesome.
I wonder, do we know sort of what he does? Like, is that what he do? Like, does he do fantasy football full time, or like, yeah, what do we know about this guy? Because I feel like I've seen those like defense kicking posts for a few years now. I don't know if he's the one that's been doing it all this time, all these years. But I mean, yeah, that's awesome. I like Waller at Davis. I'd say go for it. I think, did you tag the wrong person? Are we talking about Jaden here? I like Waller a lot. Top tier tight end for sure. But again, at the end of the day, it really depends on the rest of your depth, right? Because if they're your starters, I don't know that you can trade away 2 starters at wide receiver and running back for just a tight end. So that's going to be the only tough thing. All right, 3rd and 12. Can we convert here? Let's see. It's interesting that Fitzgerald hasn't been as relevant this year. Like, maybe it is, his really decline. I feel like every year we think he's going to decline, but I feel like this is the first year where he's been really, really quiet production-wise and like a really non-factor in fantasy. In the last few years, he's always had some value, right? But that's interesting for sure. All right, Jaden says, I have Kamara, Aaron Jones, James Robinson, then Julio and Allen. Yeah, I mean, honestly, at that point, and are you at a good position for the playoffs at this point, Jaden? I like to hoard running backs in case one of my guys goes down, but you're probably okay, right? Because you're never going to start all 4 of them. So I think if you really want to bolster your team and try and get that good tight end, I think it could be worth it, right? But I do think once Mixon comes back, he's going to have really good value. Don Blessings. Let's see. What are the odds Rojo has another productive week? It could be, right? Here's what we've seen over the last 3 weeks with him and Fournette. If he kind of messes up, then Bruce Arians is kind of just like, he goes in the doghouse. He puts Fournette in, right? Although I think what was it? He fumbled last week too, similar to 2 weeks ago, and Bruce Arians kept him in. They asked him about it, and they're like, yeah, well, we can't punish him every time. So, he's a lead back until he messes up more. But they are playing a really, really good run D this week. I can't see him playing, getting good production potentially. But if you have other options, I would potentially look elsewhere, mainly because of his matchup and sort of the inconsistencies of like when he gets used and when he gets benched. Davis says, do you have any faith in Akers for the rest of the season or any running back second drought injury outside? Yeah, so Akers, I'm not a huge fan of. Honestly, I'm gonna look him up right now. So I wasn't a huge fan of him, honestly, from the start. I know he was like very hyped up as like, okay, Gurley's gone, who's gonna be the guy, right? So I think Akers had a good game last week, I believe. He had 10. Well, he didn't have a good game. He had 10 rushes, which is, better. It's an improvement, but I don't know that I have a lot of faith in him because like if we look here, guys, let's look at these stats, right? We're gonna do the little psychology test. So I'm not gonna tell. I mean, you guys know who it is, right? But like, if you looked at this, right? You looked at this and you look at these stats, right? If I tell you this is Matt Breida, would you still keep him? If I told you this was Jordan Wilkins or someone else that just didn't have that hype behind their name, you look at this, would you keep him, right? Honestly, if this was a random person that you saw on the waiver wires and this is the stats you saw him, would you actually keep him? I don't think so. As for other breakouts, not due to injury outside of P. Ryan. Now, I mean, Nyheim Hines kind of already broke out, right? But he's a good candidate. Trying to think. I mean, we kind of know. I think we know most of the running back scene right now without injuries, right? So I think I'd have to say like stashes if there were injuries. You can look at Alfred Morris, Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard actually ran kind of well a few weeks ago. But I think at the most point right now, we're probably looking at deeper stashes. Jaden says you're 7-3, so yeah, I like that if you really want that solid tight end. Don says toss up for Rojo. Yep, dropped in our league. Yeah, okay. Also, man, if you're curious, Subverted Down makes a weekly custom compare his accuracy to other fans. Oh, interesting. Here was this week's. Yeah, let's see it. Davis, I feel like whatever you're posting is not coming through. But yeah, I'm kind of curious how you did against other guys. Don, I think if you have the room, Rojo is definitely worth a pickup. Also, big Metcalf, another big gain. This is very true. Akers had increased touches this week. That's why, though, I asked. Yeah, and I think we need to see more of that. One game, it does not tell me much, right? I think we need to see more. I think Henderson still gets involved. I'm not super confident. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, sounds good, Davis. Jaden says, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make the trade because it's one of the other best teams in the league. I'm scared Mixon will be. That's the other thing. It's like, you know, the risk you're taking is that when Mixon comes back, he should be good. But I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen. But there's a very, very small chance he could not be back. Very, very, like less than 5% chance, I think. So, yeah. Don says I'm starting Jacobs, Robinson, and Rojo in the flex. I like it. I mean, I think it's solid. You know, I think you know, his matchup isn't to be desired, Rojo, but it could be okay. All right, let's look at this. So this is this guy on Reddit who does a lot of numbers. Interesting. It didn't get like any love, huh? I guess people don't care about how he does, just like the content. So defenses. How does this work? Most categories are less predictable. Others struggled. QB helped me average second week. Kickers, okay. So how do we read this? Oh, okay, so accuracy, I guess the higher it is, the better. So on the season, he's doing better than most guys. On the week, he did better than other guys as well. For kickers, for last week, so he's not doing well. Okay, so it looks like for kickers normally, they just don't do very well, and he's doing better than people on like kicking wise. And but on the week he didn't do well, so sure, because kickers are pretty unpredictable. QBs, looks like he didn't do very well last week. On the season, they're pretty similar, but it looks like he has a little bit higher of a numeric. So on the season, it looks like he's a little bit lower than other people. But okay, so that's really interesting. Davis, kickers are hard to predict than others. He admits that over defenses. Oh, for sure. Oh, 100%. It's hard for me to predict defenses without even going to the math of it. Because here's the problem with defenses, right? Most of the time when you look at these numbers, you want to look on stats, right? So it's a lot easier to say, hey, this defense does this well on against a run or against a pass. Sorry about that. So certain defenses do better against a run or pass, right? That's literally because they have the players who are good, you know, run stoppers, coverage specialists, or whatever. So that's a lot easier to do. If you have a solid, a really good cornerback who's a shutdown cornerback, someone like a Jared Alexander, you can probably predict that, hey, if all these wide receiver ones are not doing well against him and getting shut down, sure. The problem with kickers is that, like, if I say, like this week, I literally just put Zerline in as my start of the week because he's playing against Minnesota, who's allowed the most points to kickers, right? but that stat doesn't really mean much, because what does that mean, right? That means, on paper, that means either teams are scoring a lot against the Vikings, or the Vikings are good enough to stop them in the end zone and allowing people to, you know, kick those field goals. But like, there's a lot of the offense going against their defense plays into it as well. So that's why kickers are really, really hard to predict. Jaden, I also made sure to pick up Taysom Hill for tight end. What do you think about it? I'm starting him as a Hail Mary. I think he is a really interesting prospect that has a potentially high ceiling. So I'm actually playing him in my Desperate League this week. Davis, actually just thought about this. I don't know if he would do it, but let me know what you think about the idea. I wonder if I can reach out to him and have him like on stream to talk a little bit about his math and whatever. You know, I think that would be really fun. But I don't know if I'm a nobody right now, so I don't know if he would do it. But yeah, maybe. I would love that too. I would get really, really technical into it. I have a lot of technical stuff that I don't even share with the majority of my stream because I don't think people care about it that much. Like, you know, if I'm not gonna go down and break down into like, hey, what's our cornerback route percentage, coverage rate, and whatever stuff like that. I don't think that matters at all. But yeah, I do. You know, maybe I'll reach out to him. You would get like 30K upvotes if you post that to. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is, right? If I did post that to Reddit, I could karma horse so much. And I think with that guy's reputation, I don't think you know, I don't think he will be. I don't think they'll bring it down. And maybe the mods will even sponsor it. He's worshipped on Reddit. Okay, well, let me just look at this. Let me look at this guy's. Yeah, I mean, I'll reach out to him, right? Yeah, well, he gets 800 here. I'll reach out to him. I think that's a really good. You know, I do want to do collabs, right? And I'd never really considered it because I'm very, very small. I honestly still am now, right? But at least now I have a little bit more. I have a little bit more support in the community, and just like a little bit more to my YouTube since we're closing in on that 200 sub count. But yeah, I mean, I'll reach out to him. I'll reach out to him and see what he says, and maybe. Jaden says, thanks for the help. I'm gonna watch the game. When do you eat stream? Because I might come back. Jaden, I'm probably gonna end the stream soon. I'm sure most people are gonna wanna go watch the game, but we'll probably be live. We'll be live again. Probably Saturday. But yeah, you know, keep an eye on the channel. I don't know if you're subbed or not. If you're not, feel free to sub for the notifications. But we'll be live at least one more time. We usually do like a late night Saturday night one. Those are really fun, but I might try and do another one during the day Saturday. Davis says, also speaking of Akers, an Athletic article just came out where they said they wouldn't be surprised if Akers got more touches compared with Henry. Akers outside. Oh yeah, for sure. He did, right? And that's why I think he's getting a little bit more traction, but you know, stash it if you can, right? But, you know, to me, I just don't see, you know, maybe something's changed, but like, do we know why the Rams would all of a sudden just give him more snaps when they've been riding with Henderson all year? And again, it's a three-headed monster, right? You have Henderson and Akers, but also you also have Malcolm Brown, who's going to be vulturing all the TDs. So it really is a committee. Henderson was just kind of the guy who's getting like a good bulk of it, but yeah. All right, Reed. Yo, good seeing you, man. Peace out. Don says, keep it up. Channel was on my recommend. Oh, yay. That's awesome. I'm glad we're getting recommended. YouTube is finally picking us up a little bit. So, hey, yeah, Don, I wasn't sure if you're your first time viewer or not, but welcome, and we hope to see you here again. We have some fun times during the streams, and everyone's really nice and helpful. So, yeah. David says, yeah, I scooped Akers for a few weeks because of hype and him being a high draft pick. But Henderson was like a second or third round pick 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, I think so. There was a lot of hype, right? And that's the thing is we really need to stop, like, hype is good, right? And it works out a lot of times, but you know, we were talking about the whole Corey Davis thing, or sorry, not Corey Davis, AJ Brown thing earlier, right? Like, the reason why a lot of people disagree with my AJ Brown is because of hype, right? And that's all it is. if it was T.Y. Hilton who had, you know, 2 or 3 really good games, and I said, hey, bench him against Green Bay because he's going against Alexander, no one's gonna say, you know, T.Y. Hilton is a stud. You don't bench him, period. Which is the top comment that I got in my thing, and it's completely fine, right? The point of it is like, you know, when I post on there, it's not for like, it's the point isn't like, hey guys, listen to what I'm saying. You need to make these changes, whatever, right? Look at most of my comments. There are some times where I say like, you know, like I never, unless it's like if they're asking who to start between 2 players, unless it's like so obvious, I'm like, you need to go this guy no matter what. I usually say, hey, here are my thoughts. This is why I would go here. But like based on what you said, you might want to do this instead, right? Most of it is just to open up for discussion. And you know, I don't have any credibility, right? I don't think I'm any better than any experts out there. So it's more so that like we want to open up the discussion and be able to provide people with sort of that education and thought process as to, you know, why you would choose one over the other, or like on paper what's better. At the end of the day, what's on paper doesn't matter, right? We say there's numbers to support all this stuff to really like help us, like it gives us this confidence to start this and this. But like I said, Jared Goff last week should have been a really good start, but he got 10 points. Sam says, just a thought for your video. I would like to see a ranking video for waiver wires for the past 3. Oh man, Murray's been getting a lot of, so that's what I was thinking about, right? I can definitely do accuracy. I would like to see a ranking video for the past 3. Wait, sorry. What do you mean by that? You want to see a ranking video for waiver wires for the past 3 what? I think there's a typo there. Tell me, what's up, my man? What's up? Yeah, it looks like the Cardinals are in the end zone. What do we want here? That was to the tight end too, right? Also, no one has told me who they think. Does anyone know who the 3rd person is on that stream? Guy in the purple shirt. Let's see if anyone in chat knows. Without looking it up, no cheating. Edmonds has 0 carries because Kenyon Drake is the lead back for that team, and you know, he's the guy that's gonna get all the carries. Oh, sorry. If anyone's watching on Twitch, there's 4 people on the bottom of the screen. Like spectating. If you go on Twitch and just go to the Prime Video stream, see if you guys know who that purple shirt guy is. Ari, what's up, man? No problem at all. Welcome to the stream. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. All right, we're back, boys. All right, so what's that? What has happened? You guys got anyone playing right now? Yeah, I got what do you call it? I got Kyler. Daniel's fake viewer. Sorry, I haven't been in streams. I've been up to the day. No problem. Who is that? I feel like that's a someone I know. Toby Drake fumble. We'll see. Also, any chocolate chip fans in here, fresh out the oven. What's everyone's preferred chocolate or not chocolate, preferred cookie of choice? Focus, camera? It's not gonna focus. There we go. Let's see. A cookie stream? Gooey. That's Daniel. What's up, my man? Oh, interesting. So, do waiver wire picks from the last 2 weeks and rank their current value. Do a top 20. I got a Daniel Van. Those tweets, yeah, they're very good. Very good. Infused cookie. Sorry. Burke, hey, don't worry about it at all. The cookies look excellent. Listen, I hope, yeah, I hope your mom's surgery went well, man. But hey, dude, go take care of it. You know, I always tell you guys, only come in here if you guys want to just hang out or like need help. But like, yeah, you all have lives outside of here, so I am not offended if you need to leave, Burke. Toby says, can I watch Twitch? Yep, you can, 100%. It's actually, you know, it's optimized for mobile as well. So just either get the app or just go to twitch.com, and I think you can just, you know, click on it and full screen it. What was I gonna say? What's going on with the Raiders defense? I don't think they've ever been really a top defense, right? Yeah, and Burke, you know, obviously there's not much we can do, but, you know, we're all sending, you know, love to your mom for the recovery. I told him I was gonna switch my name. Fresh cookies are the best, 100%, yeah. Yeah, Davis, I'll reach out to Sub tonight and see what he or she says if they're willing to come on. I'd love to do it, and you know, obviously my main platform right here is on YouTube, but I would love to be able to like sort of infuse the two communities a little bit more. Is it what is it? What do they call it? Touchdown. Yeah, Ben, it's I don't know if we talked, but I got a few Kenyan. I was actually surprised. I was surprised that I got so many Edmonds versus Drake questions today. I thought maybe I was in the loop about something, and maybe I'm not. But you know, I do wonder. I wonder why. You know, like Drake is the leading back here. Chase Edmonds has some value, but it's very like boom or bust for him because like he has scored, right? They'll like put him in, and maybe he gets a long touchdown. But yeah, David says for sure, man. Like you said, it would get Mad Rabbit hit. Yeah, for sure. I would love to do it. Burke says, yeah, she's totally fine. Thanks. So I'm probably gonna hop out and I'll catch up with next. Yeah, thank you so much, hey Burke. Thank you so much. We appreciate you a lot. Hope everything goes well. And yeah, we'll talk in the next stream for sure. Don says I have DK. Thought about dropping because do not drop him. Do not drop him. DK, you start for the rest of the season, man. Leave him in there. I will not allow you to drop him at all. ISO says, yeah, touchdown. I dropped Edmonds for Balaj. Hey, Sam, do it. I think we talked about that, right? I think that's the way to do it. I think that's the way to do it. On the Twitch, it goes black. Sometimes, Toby, there is like if you just go to twitch.tv. See, like, can you see stuff? Sometimes it goes black if there's commercials, but otherwise it shouldn't. Where's Hopkins? Probably like quadruple covered, right? Let's see. And yeah, guys, keep on, you know, keep the questions coming. Like I said, we'll probably end the stream soon, so everyone can just go enjoy, you know, family, friends, whatever. Just go enjoy the stream or the game. Dropping Curtis for Pittman. I don't know if I would do that necessarily. Samuel just had one bad game. I like both. I wonder if there's a way for you to keep both. Sam says, Toby, I had to turn off my VPN even then. Yeah, I think try and get the app, Toby. I think the app helps. Raiders lose next game and on a 4-game win streak, but look at their schedule. Let's see, Raiders schedule. Irie says ended it. Yeah, all right, let's go to halftime. If that's what the people want, that's what the people get. Let's look at the defenses here. I mean, I don't love them against Atlanta. I don't love them. I don't think they have a good. Yeah, I don't think they have a good stretch here, honestly. Only one's New York Jets, but I'm not comfortable really playing them anywhere else here. Don says, bad verbiage, bench not dropped. He's a keeper. I'm like, oh, gotcha. Okay, got it. Toby says, oof, an error account while playing this content. Weird, yeah. I mean, like I said, if you can try and do it on the app, I think it's a lot better, but you might not have the luxury to. Is sports betting legal? I don't know if it is. I'm in California. I don't know if sports betting is legal. I don't do it, at least. Let's see, sports betting, Los Angeles, or California, I guess, right? I feel like it's not. Yeah, I don't know that it is. Yeah, no, I did know that, actually. He was drafted by, who's he drafted by, right? It was, oh. Yankees still own his MLB draft rights. It's always illegal if you do it on the rights. Yeah, exactly. Yep. I don't do it either, though. I didn't know that. I think GF's, yeah, I don't know what the classification for daily fantasy football is for gambling. And I know there's ways. I think there are ways to go about it, like doing it online somehow. But I honestly, I'm not a big gambling person, so I'm not sure. But it's funny, yeah. I think we've gotten actually a decent amount of daily fantasy football questions. Yeah, it is very interesting. Where the mods at? You're gonna go wild? We've got at least I think we've got a Sam still here, kind of, you know, keeping everyone on track. But no, you guys are good people. I'm not worried about it. We obviously we've had pretty good. We've had some pretty good. We haven't had any issues. You know, we've had maybe one or a couple people here and there that were a little bit questionable. Maybe had the right intentions at heart, but didn't really come out too well. So you know, we had to crack down a little bit. But hey, maybe that's a sign that the channel is growing once we start getting more trolls in, right? Yup. Yo, man, we got to get your real name in here first. We'll slowly start pushing those out. You know, I think it's not a huge deal, but you know, we gave it to Burke and Sam because they've literally been here since like day one and every single stream. So, you know, consistency and loyalty is always rewarded for sure. But yeah, that's all it is. I've been lucky on the waiver wire pickers. Yeah, Don, who have you gotten so far? Day one was probably like about a month or like a month and a half ago. Yeah. Toby, are you allowed to publish it? No, I cannot, unfortunately. I tried to do that last week and I got a warning. It's copyrighted, and like the crazy thing is, like, they knew right away somehow. Like there's some sort of like a bot that knows it. They knew exactly which part of my video I streamed the Twitch, and they know exactly what I was streaming. So that's crazy. And the weird thing is, like, I literally just had it as a background, right? As a source in the background. So they really cracked down, man. They really cracked down. What was I gonna say? Let me turn this monitor off since we're not looking at it anymore. Don't worry about it, man. Hey, just come to the streams when you can. David says, man, I'm sad I typically don't get time to watch the Saturday streams. I try to watch it every Tuesday, Thursday, but oh, for sure. Davis, remind me, where do you live? Like, what coast are you on again? Toby says it should be like, yeah, it should be, but I mean, it's the NFL. It's the NFL, dude. They're very protective of anything that like is associated with them. Virginia East Coast, yeah. So Davis, it's hard for me because, like, you know, weekends are tough too. What I'll try and do is like try and do day streams. Let me think. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow night. Maybe I'll do a little bit earlier stream tomorrow night, like around like after dinner my time. So maybe like 10 or 11 o'clock your time. But I still feel like that might be late or just doesn't work for people on the East Coast.
I'm definitely considering you guys for sure. It's just that when when I'm busy on Friday and Saturdays, the best time for me to do is literally late at night at like 10 or 11, and somehow we still get a lot of people. But yeah, I can definitely try and do an earlier stream tomorrow or Saturday. I think my Saturday during the day is gonna be busy, but tomorrow maybe right after work we'll just get on and talk for a little bit. Yeah, Daniel, I remember that. We need a big play from Hopkins for sure. I'm get busy, or I mean, I don't blame you at all. Like if you're busy, don't even worry about me. And I don't expect you to be up at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. watching my stream. I'm surprised there's so many East Coast people that do, but I take no offense at all, so don't worry about it at all. Yeah, thanks. And you got your highest. Yeah, Tuesday night was popping. I actually really like, even though it's late and it kind of sucks for my next day. I like the waiver wire camping thing. A lot of people got on, and because what happened was there was someone posted like a random like, hey, what are people doing like pre-waivers, like literally like 20 minutes before waivers clear. So I'm like, yo, come hang out, and we got a decent number of guys from Reddit to come through too. So that was actually really fun. I've been lucky with Gio Jones Jr. Nice. That's a really good pickup. Balaj or Mike Davis. They both have good matchups. I like Balaj's matchup a little bit more. Rusty Lockett, boys. Rusty Lockett. Nice. That was a pretty throw. Pretty throw. Little corner route right into the end zone. Man, I wish Lockett was a little bit more consistent. What a great player. I don't know why, I just never draft Rams or Seahawks wide receivers. I know it's stupid, but I just never do. And it's tough. Russ revenge game, I love it. I think so too, man. I like it. Daniel says that you don't have confidence in Hunt. Why don't you have confidence in Hunt? I like him. I get it, right? Like, there's concerns that he's the number 2, but I kind of like him. Yeah, that was Russell has a really like pretty throw, like especially his deep balls. I know that wasn't like a deep ball, but like Russell has a really pretty throw. Sam, right? And I think in part of it is just the name recognition. It's just like, like I gotta just buy into the production. And that's the thing, is next year Lockett's gonna get older, Metcalf is gonna rise. Like I'm gonna have the same thing. Like, do I draft Lockett or not? Gotcha. I think so you're saying you don't like him because Nick Chubb is back and I have Balaj and Davis. I think that's fair, and yeah, those guys are probably good plays too. But I will say that the Browns are in a situation where you can play both running backs and really have production. You're not going to get 30 plus points from each guy, but you're going to have a lot of production. And I always say that, instead of like RB1, RB2, they're RB1A and RB1B, if that makes sense at all. Jacobs is great. Chubb and Jacobs, man, that's like two nitty gritty, high volume, like down the hill running backs that are like pretty underrated in my opinion. And both of those guys went like late first round, second round. I love that combo. I really like that combo. Yeah, so for people that weren't here earlier, we have 2 goals. If we hit, we're gonna do something special on stream. First one is 200 subs by the end of the weekend. This isn't completely updated, but right now I believe we're at 177. But if we hit 200, I promise you guys, if we hit 200 subs by Saturday night stream, we're gonna be Saturday night stream's gonna be lit. Okay, so that's our goal. And then if we ever hit 50 concurrent viewers, we're gonna do a shot with Davis or a chug. Have you ever heard of Beer Streets? I'm gonna use it next year, but if I could do it for drafting and see what help. Yeah, I use it sometimes. I use it as a guide, and honestly more so just to like mark people off, because I like how they have people ranked, and like I like their formats. I do it, yep.
Too bad to the dude that has Chubb doesn't play the game. Like I'm pretty sure he has app. Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. Oh, Don, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That sounds awesome. And hey, again, welcome to the stream. This is honestly one of the more low-key streams, and Thursday nights always are. But we've got some really good people here. David says, "I'm down, man. Message me on Reddit if I'm not on stream, and I'll probably just to take a shot with you." Hell yeah, we're gonna have to get you on Zumo. Do it. And yeah, I know you're on IG too. So listen, if Saturday night gets really lit, I'll DM you. But you know, we still have ways to go. Like 200 is a lofty goal. Like I don't expect us to hit it. That's why I'm saying, like, if we do hit 200 by, you know, the goal is by Sunday night, right? But if we hit it by Saturday night, that would be really fun. I don't have any other content coming out. So if I stream tomorrow, I think that's you know, that would be potentially good. But it's gonna be tough to pull in another 22 in like 2-3 days. Or yeah, for real, let me know. We got you. Ari, we're gonna have a blast this Saturday. We are. Saturday night, it's gonna be very fun. I'll see if I can start earlier. Maybe we'll just do, like, you know, because usually we've been doing what, like midnight to 2:30. But hey, if I'm not doing much Saturday night, let's start at like 10 or 11 and just like have like a 3-4 hour stream just to hang out. Because I know a lot of people like to just hang out and chill anyway. So if people aren't doing anything, I just want to chill, I'm completely down for it. I'm not mad about DK today, but I'm pretty sure Lockett will get a 20. Hey, they both good. They both very much good. Drake is going off right now. Drake is doing very well. The running backs on the Cardinals, though, it's tough. It's tough to really figure them out because I feel like they're not utilized enough. But hey, Drake is doing well. Does anyone know what the 8 is on the Cardinals jerseys? Maybe it's not on all of them. I saw it on Drake's front side. Oh, let me move this text a little bit. Let's hope they both beat. Oh, for sure. Drake is on waivers. Okay, I would pick him up if you can. I don't mind Drake. You need both DK and Godwin. Hey, I mean, didn't DK score already, or am I making that up? Hopkins gets a lot of coverage, right? He's a great wide receiver, but he's not gonna be like the most consistent wide receiver production for you because he's gonna get so much attention. That's why. Cardinals have number 8 patch on jersey. Okay, memory of Larry Wilson. Okay, gotcha. Cool. Taco at Daniels scoop him up. Yeah, definitely. I agree. He's RB1. RB1 should be on waiver. Exactly. Who died last month at the age of 82? Okay, gotcha. Larry Wilson. I feel like I actually remember that. He was an American football player, professional who played free safety for the. That's who he was. Yep. So he was a safety for the Cardinals. 13 years. That's awesome. And he was an executive. Named security coach and director of scouting. Then he was named GM. Wow. Interim head coach, vice president, then stepped out as GM. Wow. That's really cool. Yeah. So yeah, he used to be the Cardinals GM. You score best RB driver. Are you talking about Drake here, Irie, or who are you talking about here? That's really interesting. Yeah. Man, what a fun career. You know, have a solid football career, then go into like management and go like run a team. That's awesome. That's the dream. Yeah, he just died recently, September 17. Rip in the chat. That's sad, but you know, that's awesome. He was also inducted into the Pro Hall of Fame. That's great. I'm gonna change this to something else really quickly. Okay. I will say though, Twitch has a lot of ads. Holy cow. Alright, I'm pretty frustrated with my RB right now. I have Mike Davis, Balaj, and Hunt, and Deontay Johnson at my flex, but I want it right now at my flex I want flex to be great. What should be? Deontay Johnson is great at flex. I have him as my start of the week. I don't think you should worry about it. You start Jacobs, maybe Balaj. All of those guys have really good matchups this week. If you don't like Hunt, just start Balaj or Davis. I would maybe lean Balaj a little bit. Someone in my league forgot to. Davis says someone in my league forgot to set up my lineup this week. Man has AP and Murray in his RB1 and hide on his bench as mixed. Okay, that's rough. But Kamara's injured, so maybe Murray. So what is going on? I haven't heard anything about Kamara yet. The last thing says he's good to go despite missing practice, so I don't know. Daniel, J-Rob or Rojo this week? I like Rojo a little bit more. Or sorry, not Rojo. Wow. I looked at J-Rob and I was going to say J-Rob. 100% J-Rob. David says, J-Rob, start your studs? Oh, for sure. Foot injury. Okay, yeah. Both are studs. J-Rob is a different tier of stud than Rojo. But same as before, he says he feels fine. He didn't practice yesterday or today. Rojo's not a stud. Yeah, I agree. Rojo's good, right? He goes off, but like, I don't. Me personally, I wouldn't call him a stud. I definitely think. What do you call it? I definitely think J-Rob is like a stud, and he's a very underrated stud. Nice. My stream just froze. Let's see. Where we at? Okay. Hey, missed field goal, right? We had Jason Myers as a sit this week. That's who their kicker is, right? Seahawks kicker. Jason Myers, yeah, we had Jason Myers as a sit, boys. Not that a lot of you guys are probably starting him, but who said Monty's a stud? Me or someone else? Don says he's a stable in my lineup. My lineup, Rojo's hero, yeah. Also, Rojo went off last week, but Rojo versus Fournette will be a season-long struggle. I still don't think Rojo has run away. I do agree. He's technically has a starting job, but I think at any, like, the leash is really short that Arians will just pull it from, like, you know, whenever. Yeah. I remember 3, I'm going against number 1. He has Wilson and Lockett. He's going to be a lop, so I need Hill, Jacobs, or Balasha. They'll have good games. DK will be fine too. I wouldn't worry about DK. There you guys go. Kirk for a big gain just now. Kirk for a huge gain. Arians gave confidence in Rojo despite the fumble last week, which it does, right? It definitely does. It'll just be interesting to see. He seems a little bipolar, you know, honestly, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. It's tough to own any ownership in that backfield. Don agree. Yep. Things are definitely looking up, but I just think Arians is kind of bipolar and anything can happen. It was Matt, Ryan, and Fournette for Wilson after Fournette TD in 2 weeks. Oh, nice. That's a good trade, dude. You got Russ. Dude, Kyler is... Oh my god, Kyler is so good. Oh. But his tight end is not, unfortunately. Cardinals where your tight end's at, yeah. There's so many good underrated players in the free agent league. I just don't know who to pick up. List them, man. And also, how big is your league? That's fantasy football overthink, and it bites you in the end. Oh, 100%. We all overthink it. We all overthink it way too much. Damn, Darnold got. It's Darnold, right? Is it R? He got popped. He got popped. 8 man, okay. I mean, yeah, some guys are gonna be interesting, right? And some guys are gonna be really tempting, but just go with, you know, the best lineup for your team and don't worry about everything else. It's all relative. Ooh, they just targeted Kirk Jeep. Was it a pass interference? I don't think it was. That's what I like about Kirk, is that like Kyler's really starting to use him a lot more. A little stutter step. You almost had him if it was a better throw. Alright, Cardinals punted away. Alright, 7-13. That's like a pretty good start to like, you know, what we expect to maybe be a shootout. Yeah, huh. So no one answered me, and maybe it's because you guys aren't watching Amazon Prime, but if anyone's watching Twitch, Amazon Prime Thursday Football, can anyone tell me who that third guy with the purple shirt is? Don says Kirk, I have a feeling, is a bit like MBS. Maybe I think he gets involved a little bit more in that offense is what I'll say. He definitely has a lot more target shares than MVS. Yeah, says Kirk is on the waivers, but is he worth to pick up and drop Godwin? I would keep Godwin. Godwin is talent-wise a better wide receiver as of now. I don't know that I would. I mean, Kirk has been playing well, right? But I can't in good conscience tell you to drop Godwin is what I'll say. Both good offenses, but he's still the number one option. I'll give you guys a hint. Look on his shirt. Look on his shirt, and I'm pretty sure that's who I think it is, at least. So it'll be embarrassing if I didn't know. But look at his shirt and see what it says, and see if that reminds you guys of anybody. The shirt should give it away, but it's not the most obvious thing. That's what I'll say. Let's see. LeBron James, close. Really close. I would love it if he was. I would love to see LeBron James commentate on a football game. I feel like that'd be really fun. Don says, as a Pennsylvania native, do not drop the PSU grade Chris Godwin. There you go. Don, are you a Steelers fan then? It's really interesting how much like extra stuff they've incorporated into this whole like, you know, the Thursday Night Football. Is pretty cool. Meat, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Nice. Bucks are playing the Rams, yeah. So Don, are you saying you are a Washington fan? How did that come to be? Are you from there? But what I was saying before was like it's cool that they've added so many like add-ons and plugins for Thursday Night Football on Twitch. Twitch is getting really interactive, and I think that's like sort of what we're heading towards, is like making the viewer experience as interactive as possible. Godwin and Deontay Johnson at flex. I like Deontay Johnson a little bit more. That's assuming he doesn't get hurt in like the first quarter, pretty much. I'm hoping Murray is held at bay. What's up, James? My opponent has. I have him too, so I gotta cheer for him a little bit. Can JT just go for 125 and 2? Hey, listen, I'll call him up, mate. He's gonna go for 125 and 2 this week. You got it. Shot him a quick test. He's like, all right, yo, I got it. Oh, scroll up. I think you missed my question. Let me see. Oh yeah, sorry. Wait. I didn't pay attention to Herbert only because I had. Let's see. I see something about the Wilson trade. Arians also. Post it again if you don't mind. I'm borderline citizen on PA. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Not this one. Yeah, sorry I missed it, Davis. I think I just completely missed it, but yeah, feel free to post it again. Seattle needs to realize that DK is a monster. They need to use him more. I agree. Did you find out about James? I cannot do it. They gave me like a little warning not to do it after I streamed it for a little bit. Who's the biggest boom or bust play? In fantasy? I don't know if I can give you a wait, can you not see my question? It's popping on your screen. Okay, Davis, post it one more time. Oh, the beer sheets one? Is that it? And oh, okay, yeah, that's weird. I can't see it on the side. Okay, I missed your question, but do you use beer sheets at all? And do you care about clay? Oh yeah, that's weird. I don't see him on the. I don't see it on the right side. I'm not watching my screen. But yeah, it's not showing up in the chat history for some reason. Yeah, I do because I honestly like just marking things off, and I like their I don't use it completely for the rankings, but I like how the rankings are at least in order of sort of where you'll go. So I do like it. Yeah, Klay Thompson, that's rough. I feel so bad for the guy. Dude's in his prime right now, and that's missed 2 full seasons. Henry Ruggs is a big, boomer bust. Someone like a David Morris as well. I mean, Henry Ruggs is a good one, yeah. Homer, Taysom Hill, go for him. Mike Williams bust. Mike Williams is pretty boomer bust as well. He should boom this week, I think. AJ Green bust. Yep. Who is the biggest boom wide receiver? Someone that might be available. Maybe like Antonio Brown. Tough to say. I mean, anyone can be really a boom, right? I mean, it says Taysom Hill 5 TDs this week. Maybe. MVS and Adams may play. For sure. I still don't like them against the Colts defense this week. David says Jefferson or Lockett are 2 of the bigger boomer busts. I agree with that as well. I 100% agree. James actually says Hines. Yeah, except I think he has somewhat of a K floor now. I think his floor's okay, so I don't think he's as much of a bust. But definitely on the lower end, for sure. Alright, Seahawks punting again. 4th and 1, yep. Oh, 2 minutes. Alright, guys. 2 more minutes and we'll be calling the stream. Let's see what we got here. But their buzz has a solid floor. 5 exactly. You know, when I think of boom bust, I actually think about like Will Fuller from days past, Deshaun Jackson, where it's literally just like two catches for like 100 yards or like no catches. Remember in the 80s when Andrew Luck was the coach? Oh yeah, for sure. Jackie says, I can't believe I'm saying that I'm glad that I'm playing the Connor Hop stack. Yeah, I know, right? FYI, Kirk was back for punt. Yep. All right, Edmonds just got his first touch. AB is gonna be a league winner. I hope so too. Yeah, I just saw that there. His arm is a little banged up there. Robbie Anderson used to be boom and bust. Oh, for sure, but anyone under Adam Gase, I guess, is kind of boom and bust now, right? Kyler Murray might be hurt. We'll see. He's back in. I think he's okay. I think they're just like putting stuff back together. Oh, so anyways, Sam, I'm pretty sure that guy in purple is Von Miller. Pretty sure. I could be wrong, and it'll be hilarious if I'm actually wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's. Oh, it is. Sorry. Yeah, it says it. It says it on the stream. So it's a carry champion. Andrew Hawkins, who is an old Browns wide receiver who was relevant for a few weeks, Von Miller, and then Chris Long. Yeah, James, I think he's okay. I don't think he's actually hurt. But he needs to get down quicker. Stop taking those stop taking all that contact, honestly. That's no good. Also, I feel so stupid that the names were literally just in the title and I never noticed that. You guys can see Cliff being like so cringe up every time Kyler takes a hit. Has Hyde been used? Hyde hasn't been used that much, right? I wonder what his stats are. Yeah, Bob Miller. It's the dude in the green shirt. Or sorry, the purple shirts. The reason I say it is because I'm pretty sure he's like a chicken farm owner. So that's why I was saying the shirt giveaway, because the shirt says what is it? Greener Pastures Chicken. Yep. I love how Chris Long is just on his phone right now on stream. That's what you want to see, right? Just like not caring about the stream, just texting. Love to see it. Love to see it. Arizona's struggling to get the first down. I like to see more checkdowns and early passes to tight end. Yeah, hey. Should, right? But yeah, it looks like they're stopping them a little bit here. Wow, Seahawks 60-1 record when leading by 4+ points at halftime. That's crazy. Wow. That's a crazy stat. 60-1? Wow. Huh. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, let me know if you guys had any questions about the start and sit videos today. And hopefully you guys like that format. Put that into your algorithm. Yeah. That's funny. What is going on here? All these penalties. Is it time for a touchback? Another false start. All right, guys. What do you think the chances are here that we get a false start, or not a false start, a safety? I wish there's a way to like as we do this, be able to like put in sort of like what Twitch is doing, like predictions for like this drive, right? Or like what happens this drive. Maybe maybe we just do it in chat, but Davis is not 90 yards to Metcalf. They gotta go. All right, let's see. We'll end the stream after this drive because they'll probably be. They gotta go. They gotta move. Let's go, Davis. I like to see it. I don't have any. I don't have any ownership in it, but I like to see it. Man, it's been the Lockett and DK show all night, huh? And the only big question mark is to flex. Yeah, I mean, hey, you might have that answer. You might not have an answer for you if CH can't play, right? You might. I think DK will be fine. I believe. And didn't he score? He scored the first touchdown, right? So like, he's already gotten us some good points here. 3rd and 6. Oh, Russ with the scramble, the magician. I like those jerseys a lot. Those jerseys are sharp. My Colts jerseys are kind of boring, to be honest. It's kind of white and blue. I mean, I like it. It's classic, you know? It's sharp in its own way. What do you guys think here? Predictions in the
Predictions in the chat. What happens at the end of the stripe? Touchdown, field goal, or turnover? Get your predictions in the chat. I wonder if they're not using Carlos Hyde that much. It doesn't look like. I feel like TD. Don says TD. Okay. 31 seconds left of the timeout. Let's see what happens here. I just saw something really have some funny dude. Some dude is playing Madden doing it in real life. Yeah. Did you want to have? That's pretty funny. David Moore, huh? Okay. Field goal. Sam says field goal. I'm gonna say I believe. No. Do I believe? I believe. Let's go touchdown. Let's go touchdown here. They're pretty far away though. They're on their own 35. 33. TD, you know what's gonna happen. Big run. DJ Dallas a silly guy, huh? Like, kid yourself. Didn't know what's gonna happen, yeah. Oh no, Arizona guy down. That's not good. That's gonna cost him a time. Does that cost him a timeout? I don't know if it does within 2 minutes. I guess it doesn't matter too much for the Cardinals at this point. Kind of curious what the commentary is. I don't even know if I'm honestly allowed to play the commentary in here. But yeah, almost there. But yeah, guys. So yeah, hopefully, like I said before, we'll probably be doing a stream maybe tomorrow evening, a little bit earlier, and then maybe Saturday night. I think. So I'll keep you all updated. Check the Instagram if you guys haven't followed. Go follow DZ Fantasy Football. That's when I post when all my videos and streams are up. Yeah, I do a little bit of interaction on there, but honestly, like I try to keep everything on YouTube. It's a little bit more all in one place. I miss a lot of messages on IG too, so just best thing to do is just to submit everything on YouTube here. I am, yeah. It was our 30 viewer special on Tuesday night. We had a really good stream, and I said I would chug a beer if we hit 30 viewers at one time, and we hit it. So next goal for our next challenge will be 50 viewers. Definitely gonna be tough to get there, but I believe you gotta stay optimistic, and I think we'll get there. But yeah, we're slowly growing. We're getting the viewers. We just gotta get them all here at one time. So next goal is 50 viewers at the same time, or 200 subs by the end of the weekend. Yeah, even tonight I think we hit like 22, 23 maybe. Yeah, we're growing. We're growing. Obviously still very small. So, I obviously like the growth, but obviously I like the community we have more, and like sort of what we created here. As you guys can see, a lot of people just talk, a lot of people talk and help each other out. So that's all we need here. Sam says, Mrs. Milestone, my schedule's been wonky. Oh yeah, no problem at all. I mean, hey, if anyone wants to go watch me poorly chug a beer, go ahead and go at the last live stream. Yeah, it was from Tuesday. It'll be later on. I think it's like after the hour mark. But you guys will see it. I don't know the exact mark. But yeah, it's in the hour mark. You'll see it. Imagine if he gets rating, gets 200. Is rating a big thing on YouTube? Yes, Davis, we for sure are. Yeah, I know raids are really big on Twitch, but I don't know how big it is on YouTube.
I would, you know, a raid would be super fun. I just don't know like if that, like how often that'll happen. But hey, I promise you guys, if I get raided with 200 viewers, ooh, boys, we're gonna have a party and stream. We're gonna have to be a party and stream. It used to be big, okay. Yeah, I mean, the other thing is I don't really watch YouTube live that much, so I don't know. Huge flag, yeah. Yeah, look at those routes Beckham is running. That was his biggest dig, but that was really crispy. Every 10 viewers gotta take a shot. Listen, okay, here's what I'll say, okay? We haven't hit the 50 viewer mark, right? If for some reason we're at 200, I promise you, you know, my goal is gonna be to keep the 200 here. So, you know, if we somehow get to 200 at one time, just like, you know, in an instance, and we're, you know, having a good time and we don't have to bounce, I will come up with some sort of challenge to both be able to provide good fantasy advice plus entertainment, and you know, the drinks will continue to come until we lose the subs. Trust me, if we hit 200, I will do some stupid stuff to you know, bait people to stay in the stream for as long as we can. One of my goals is to try and hit partnership for YouTube, and it takes a lot of work. So you know, views and subs are the biggest thing here. So I promise you, if we get 200, that's a gold mine for views. So I will we'll have some fun, is what I'll say. And it, you know, it would be fun if my viewers join as well. That should have been a 70-yard DKTT I was talking about. There you go. They're gonna kick it now, right? 5 seconds. They don't have enough time. I think they have to. It's 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. It's a lot. Honestly, like, they're both gonna take time, right? The watch hours, you know, steadily come, but like the subs are gonna be tough. The subs are definitely gonna be tough. So we'll see. Are they gonna kick it here? Let's see if Mars makes it. All right, there we go. All right, boys, so that's the end. I think we're gonna end the stream now so I can go get some dinner. But hey, thank you all for coming tonight and staying through. Don, welcome to the channel, and you know, welcome to the community. Hope to see you in the future. Thank you all so much. I will post on Instagram, but most likely, you know, we're gonna see if we can sneak tomorrow afternoon, or sorry, tomorrow evening. And Davis, hey, Davis, if you're here tomorrow and we hit 50, get that shot ready, okay? Oh, for sure. Trust me, dude. Davis, if I have to take a shot and you're not there, I'm gonna make you take a shot, and I'm gonna like make you get on like IG Live or something and take a shot in front of me. So you're you know, you're on the hook for that. All right, cool, boys. Well, look out for notifications for tomorrow afternoon, early evening for stream. If not, we will probably see you guys Saturday night. But yeah, thanks all. Should be a great second half of this game. Enjoy Thursday Night Football, and have a good night. Peace out.